Shalom. This is Isaiah chapter 32, verse 10. Many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women, for the vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come. Tremble, ye women that are at ease, but be troubled, ye careless ones, strip you and make you bare, gird sackcloth upon your loins. First and foremost, I want to give our praise to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Shem, Rakakadash, double honors to the apostles and the elders and the bishops that spread the truth throughout the four corners. Any last days, I'm hearing that can't be lesson. Let's get it. This is a article, and it said, a woman-only nightclub closes after the first night of operation because no bottles or sessions were sold. So, these clubs, these venues, these places where most of the time it's majority women, they sitting there waiting to find a man that's going to spend some money on them, buy them a drink, invite them in a section. This is the same generation. A woman that say they don't need a man, I can be bad about myself. It's the same generation say they hate men. And you have a woman-only club, and it has to shut down after one night. And you see this picture right here, all these women just sitting around. Nobody bought no bottle, nobody bought no session because these women are used to men buying everything for them. So when you separate men from these women look at each other and deal with each other, and they don't know what the hell to do because a lot of women are hypergamous. They like to compete with each other. They like to stun on each other and feel good. But it takes for men to give you that comfort because the Father set it up for man and woman to come along together to be complete. But we get it. It's all part of the plan of the Heavenly Father. That's how you know prophecy is being fulfilled, because how the hell we live in the time that women swear they don't lead man, they hate man, blah, 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 but y'all can't operate things on your own. This is just a club, and most women like the club and turn up, so you can't go to a woman-only club and keep it running, because we know majority men work and pay for things that women want to have. Now, yeah, we get it that women do have jobs, they do what they do, but most of the stuff y'all women do, y'all do to attract men, even though you try to deny it and say you hate men and whatever. This a all-female nightclub made headlines after it abruptly closed its doors just one night after opening, leaving many people surprised at how quickly the concept fell apart. The concept fell apart. You see that, right? Quickly fell apart. The venue had promised a unique atmosphere centered around women with music, energy, and space free from the typical nightlife dynamics found in traditional clubs. On this opening night, the turnout was strong and the energy inside the room was electric. Yet, despite the buzz, there was one critical issue that sealed its fate almost instantly. No one brought a single bottle of liquor. So that's what I'm saying. Like, these women parade themselves like they ball chicks, I'm a baddie, I'm this and that, but y'all not buying no bottles in those sections, And yeah, you get them every now and then. They do it. They have a birthday, you get a section, but you know what I'm saying? It's just funny. For most nightclubs, alcohol sales are the backbones of their business model, and we get it. Most women get their shots because man buys shots. Let me get you a drink. You know what I'm saying? You very, very rarely, hardly seldomly hear from a woman say, let me buy you a drink. That's something about T-Pain. I'm going to buy you a drink. Oh. It has nothing to do with it. I'm just being funny. But entry fees and ticket sales only cover a fraction of the costs associated with running a venue, which include DJs, lighting, security, bartenders, overall staff operations. Bottle services in particular, and where a club makes their real money, with customers often paying hundreds or even thousands of dollars for a single night of drink. And that's why I read Isaiah 32 and 11 and 10. It said, many days and years shall be trouble, ye careless women, for the vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come. And that's these comfortabilities, these comfort, these necessities, and the customs that these women in America, westernized women, are accustomed to. They used to like man paying for their tabs. They used to man, doing all this stuff. But at the times we coming, the Lord is shutting all this down. The scripture said, rather go to the house of mourning than rather go to the house of mourning than the house of feasting. And that's basically like a spirit, like you there turning up, having fun when all hell's breaking loose out our doors right now. And it's just funny, like you woman, like even I wasn't even gonna get on this, but I remember the WNBA, the woman talking about they want to strike against the WNBA and say they need to be paid just as much as the NBA players. But it's like, look, y'all not dunking from the free throw. Y'all just shoot free throws and layups all day. Nobody want to watch that. You know what I'm saying? And it just go to show, like, no matter how much in your mind you think you can compete with a man and outdo a man, y'all can't even keep a club open without men being there buying bottles and buying you drinks. So what you gonna think when all hell breaking loose when man is out here on the feet and Lord dealing with certain man because he deal with the man, then the Lord deal with his man, then the man deal with the woman. Y'all finna see how the food chain work out here. Y'all finna see how what's it called? The top predator, the food chain actually is, like the animal kingdom, like, because I mean, a lot of these women, no offense, they work these the tip jobs like Twin Peaks, Hooters, they strip. But what happens when you take old man Johnny, old man Rad, and Brad, and all these men that spend their money on these bars on you women? What happens when you take them away? You have no job, you have no fun, you have no comfort. And that's what that scripture say. Ye careless woman rise, ye careless woman at ease. You comfortable with the way society has manipulated everything towards your comfort. But take away WIC, woman, infant, children. You take away food stamps. You take away SNAP benefits. You take away child support. What do you women have? You know what I'm saying? This kingdom of America has set you women on a pedestal, all behind the back of laws and regulations. But things are failing. The system is failing. So what's going to happen? We already know what's going to happen. Isaiah 4:1. But we ain't going to get in that scripture right now. It said, without that stream of revenue, the club had no way to sustain itself, regardless on how popular it might have seemed. Industry insiders point out that the all-female concept completely shifted the traditional balance that keeps nightlife venues afloat. Most clubs thrive on a dynamic where men purchase drinks or bottles, often to impress women. And that's what us men do. We buy these drinks. We do this to impress you women. Get these sessions to invite you in our section. It said, often to impress women, that spending is what fuels the party. In a setting where everyone was female, the insensitive structure changed. While the guests enjoyed the music and the vibe, no one felt the same pressure to splurge on alcohol, which left the bar empty and the business model broken. So it doesn't work. It said, in the end, closure was less about the turnout and more about economics. So yeah, a woman gonna turn up to a party, but the woman ain't gonna come spend no money, buy nothing. The case highlights how delicate the financial structure of nightlife truly is, and how easily even a popular idea can fail if it doesn't fit the realities of the industry. The all-female nightclub may have attracted attention as a culture experiment, but its one-night lifespan proves that even in the entertainment fund alone doesn't pay bills. And what's that scripture? She did live in the pleasure. She did live in the pleasure. She's dead. And I'm paraphrasing, because it doesn't work the way that you westernized women think. Especially this new age. I'm not talking about the woman my mom age. I'm not talking about my grandma. I'm not talking about my auntie. I'm talking about these 18 to 25 year olds. You know what I'm saying? That bracket right there from 18 to 25. Now you got some that's 30. That's a little bit mature. You know what I'm saying? You got some that's 20 in their early 20s. But now majority of these clubs and these venues and these bars are catered to this younger crowd. And you people are not working. You are not doing it but sitting around talking about what type of man you want. But, what are you bringing to the table? And we about to see in a time and never before that, it's going to be more than just what can you do for a man. You know what I'm saying? This is Isaiah 24:10. It said, the city of confusion is broken down. Babylon means confusion. Every house is shut up that no man may come in, because man ultimately run these. It's the man that's spending their money on these venues. Even these bottle girls, they walk around parading these bottles of Don Julio and Casamigos, and they go around. They look good with their little skimpy outfits on, and the man got the section, and they spend $400-500 on the bottle. They come over there, do a little dance, rhythm, routine, couple seconds. And you women get attracted, come to the bar, buy drinks. Come to the session and man pull up drinks. But he spent $500 on that bottle though. Sometimes more, $1,000 for that section. So we don't see you women out here big balling, big flexing out here. No matter in your mindset, no matter how you feel, No matter what America told you that I don't need a man, that's all psychological. You're wrong though, because most of these men are buying these drinks and going to the bars to impress you women. Rise up, you woman, careless woman at their ease. They said there is crime for wine in the streets, just like that bar. You know, the lifestyles, the turning up, and the philosophy of thinking that an all-woman nightclub will work. It sounds good. It sounds like a popular idea, but economically, it doesn't work. There's a crime for wine in the streets. We want to turn up. Where's the party at? All joy is darkened. The mirth of the land is gone. That's exactly what that means right there. Trying to make that happen when no man involved in spending their money. All the mirth of the land is gone because you women are not going to spend money to, what you going to do, spend money to attract other women? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not working. It said in the city is left desolation and the gate is smitten with destruction. That's what's coming here, ultimate to Babylon. Judgment, mirth is gone, like, and you know, this probably be the last decent summer, man. We know we're in the 250th year of America being the kingdom. Y'all know, Google it, look at it. Most kingdoms fall within that 250 year range, and we in the countdown of 250 years, man. It said, what else, man? What else I wanted to get? It said Isaiah 4:1. This is the KJV version. It said, and in that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, 7 means completion. We will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by their name to take away our reproach, because none of you, because at the end of the day, you was meant to be with a man, no matter how much you think that you don't need a man, no matter how much America and this feminist movement think it's going to work. You was meant, your body is programmed to be with a man. You woman, pride yourself off what type of husband you got. You look at the Sierra and the Russell situation. Oh, she was with Future and all that, but now she's with Russell because she settled down. She older in that age. She done have fun. Now she's a family. She's a wife now. No offense to that, you know what I'm saying? But you woman, ultimately, you're gonna reach your mother nature, your window clock, your body clock, and it's going. But not even just that. Because your woman sit here and live the same life always to your 60s and 70s if you could. But the circumstances of not having this fun, not turning up, not having guys attack bed, like seeing you cash apps. You got the woman on the OnlyFans. You got the woman on these apps. They tease man all day with their bodies, their curvage. But when you take that away, what can you provide for a man when he not spending that money? Then what? You know what I'm saying? All that joy is being taken away. You woman basically do all these things you do just to get man attention. Yeah, you say hey man, I can't stand man, but yeah, you do all this just to attract attention, man attention to get validation, so you can feel good, go home, and I'm gonna lay down with this guy, but I done been entertaining, texting 5 to 12 different guys. This is the same scripture in the Good News translation. It said, when that time comes, it's coming, 7 women will grab hold of one man and say, we can feed and clothe ourselves. Because y'all got the power, like, yeah, y'all, you know, whatever y'all want to do. But please let us say you are our husband so that we won't have to endure the shame of being unmarried. And that's because technically that's the order how the Heavenly Father got it set up. What's going to happen that's going to make you prideful woman in America to say that? Hey, we don't care. We'll both be your wife. What's going to happen that the Lord going to cause that type of vibration, that frequency for you prideful woman in America to even say that? We see the people that be talking about polyrhythmists and I don't know these different, but y'all we read these scriptures and let you know, like, hey, Jacob had 2 wives and sister wives and stuff. Oh, I ain't with that. I do you know. So what's gonna happen? That's gonna make you do that. Life's gonna happen. Reality is gonna sit in. That judgment, Jacob trouble, Tom and Aaron Ford terrorizing the monster streets. Being scared to go outside. I don't know if you can trust your next door neighbor. People want to eat you. That's what's going to be happening here with this judgment. All that mirth, all that excitement is going to be done away with. You look at these animals, the alpha lion and gorilla. They have multiple mates because ultimately that's how it was programmed to be. Woman outnumber man on this earth. Yeah, we know, we get it. It's not gonna happen until the dire situation is gonna make that you gonna, you know what, I don't care, I just is our man. That's what's gonna happen. Because really, I don't know what translation it is. Isaiah 4:1 says, so few men shall be left, it's gonna be so few men left. A lot of men gonna get sent to war. A lot of these men gonna be in the concentration camps. A lot of men right now are in jail. A lot of men now are deleted in the spiritual realm. A lot of these men don't even like women. So it's gonna get to a time, because when all hell's breaking loose, then you're gonna want a man. Then you're gonna need a man for protection. You know what I'm saying? And the circumstances and the things that the Heavenly Father and only begotten Son about to bring on this planet, you're going to wish you had that man for protection. You don't have a Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai fearing man with you in that day and time. You're gonna be considered the Maya of the streets. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not gonna matter in that day when you got a God fearing man that's being uplifted and he's protected, he's able to take care of his significant other and maybe another. You're going to be part of that team, because you're going to be part of his team, or you're going to be out there in the wild to fend for yourself. We're going to see how far that lasts. Hold this list with edifying, giving all praise to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Kakadash, double honors to the apostles, elders, and the bishops that spread the truth out the four corners. Any last days, I'm here with that can be lesson. Shalom.